is a counter possible, but it doesn't even matter if it's counter possible because you can have true counter possibles. So so the second one would say that if there are no moral agents, there are no moral facts. That's what a divine command theorist would hold to. And so these two
Right.
statements obviously contradict each other. These two statements contradict each other. Um,
Well, for
now, like
starters, your opponent's back.
yeah, I mean, like a theist might respond and say that, well, it's impossible for there to be no moral agent since God is a moral agent and exists in every possible world. That's not relevant because again, like you can still have true counter possibles, right? So like you can have the counter possible if a contradiction were to exist, then dialetheism would be true. Even if you hold it to be the case that it's impossible for contradiction to exist, the conditional is still true, given that that's a true entailment.
Yeah, I understand. I understand. You can talk to Seba now.
Yeah, I'm back. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just gonna continue with the point I was trying to make. So, obviously, when you invoke Actus Purus, as I was saying, Actus Purus just views God's essence identical to him. That's like simply just like ontological parsimony in that sense. It's ontologically
How is that
simple. So,
ontological
obviously,
parsimony?
what is ontological parsimony then? God.
No, I said, how is that ontological parsimony? Like, how is
Yeah,
that
I already
ontologically
gave.
parsimony?
Okay. Then yeah, I gave the reasoning. I said that's just simple. It's simple.
It just
Existence
just
equal.
because God is a simple being doesn't mean that it's more ontologically parsimonious to posit. What the hell?
Do you even know what ontological parsimony is?
Yes, ontological parsimony just says that X
Oh
hypothesis is more
shit.
parsimonious. X hypothesis is more parsimonious than Y hypothesis if and only if X posits less real entities and X explains the data equally as well or better than the other hypothesis.
Yeah, so obviously speaking, if the essence and the existence more so obviously grounded or equal to one another, that explains the equal standards and etc. And there's less real entities because it's just the pure
No, you can
actuality, and
prove
that's
that the explanatory power of both theories are equal, and you can also prove that it's more. You can prove that we're positing less ontologically real entities under divine simplicity, under like a view of divine simplicity.
yeah, sure. So I already gave the reasoning, but you can't track. So the whole
Yeah, I
point
did
about
track.
that.
You never gave the reasoning.
No,
In fact, we can
no,
ask
I
somebody in the
did.
VC.
You didn't really
Did Sib
counter the
ever
whole
give the
point
reasoning?
about.
Did Sib ever give the reasoning?
Yes, I did. Like
I
obviously, if
didn't
you were
ask
tracking.
you.
Yeah,
I
so
asked the
can you
VC.
shut the fuck up? Like I'm gonna continue on. Like I don't care about what your little like cronies in here do. But the whole point.
Cronies. I don't
Like,
have any cronies.
yes, you do. You have cronies.
In
You have
fact,
Gyro.
Dawood, you can ask. Yeah, Dawood, did Sib ever give the reasoning?
So hold on. I'm gonna speak the reason.
I mean, he just came in the VC, like, so I don't know. You
Yeah,
can
but
just ask him to the stage.
he just claimed that he did give the reasoning. You
Yeah,
know.
hold on.
Restate the reasoning, bro. Like, I don't think that's hard.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. It's
Yeah.
to get
Okay.
the consensus. Like he's just go like, oh no, you didn't. Did anybody hear him? Like, bro, that ain't rhetorical. Just so you know.
Nobody said it was
No.
rhetorical. I was just actually genuinely
Yeah,
checking in because
I'm
you
just letting
claimed
you
that you
know
gave
that
the
is
reasoning.
not rhetorical. Like, I don't care if anybody
Yeah, it
claimed that
wasn't
or not.
supposed to be a rhetorical device. What the
Yeah,
hell?
so like obviously speaking, I'm gonna go again, just so you can hear me. If existence and essence is identical, Axiom, go on mute. If essence and existence is identical to one, there's less real entities in terms of more so properties, etc., which are the essence of like obviously speaking, because absolute divine simplicity suggests that if there is parts and etc., there's obviously composition, which would make it ontologically like complex more so. But if there's less, entities and etc. within the ontological properties, like which could be viewed as parts under that like specific circumstance, that would posit more so a conditional. There's less real entities and real distinctions within God, right?
It
So if
prove
that's the case,
that mereological nihilism is false.
would you say?
You do understand that under a mereological nihilist view, you'd be able to say that God has no past. Like you'd be able to say that God has no real past.
My niggers.
How would that posit? How would that posit more entities than a view than absolute divine
Yo, can you
simplicity?
all hear me?
Shut up, bro.
Yeah,
I guess call me.
Alright.
I can hear you, bro. Johan, you asked me to prove why that proposition in like general actually upholds its truth value.
I'm asking you to prove why ADS posits, more. I'm asking you to explain why ADS posits less entities than a mereological nihilist view.
Yeah, like hold on. Can I ask you a question? Like,
Yeah,
do you
so
have any like connotative definition for like neological, like nihilistic,
you
like
mereological nihilists
context
just
here?
hold. Mereological nihilists hold that there are no objects or there are no composite objects which have proper parts or real proper parts. So they deny the existence of proper parts.
So, obviously speaking, if it's just existence identical to essence, there wouldn't be any parts which would.
No, why would existence be identical to essence under a miracle, under like a miracle analogy?
That's what ADS asserts, because obviously
That's what
speaking, you're
ADS says,
saying
but that's not what miracle analysis says.
more so. That's like contextually almost similar. It's like synonymous.
How is
like,
it similar? You do understand that under a miracle analogy, for example, you can say that Ritan is not composed. However, that wouldn't entail that Ritan's essence is identical to his existence.
Yeah, so I'm saying because obviously speaking, there's less real entities within God and not composite. If it's obviously just existence identical to
Wait,
essence,
can you repeat the first part?
would be any type of composition that would be obviously speaking.
Wait, can you repeat the
identical
first
to
part?
what's made. Okay, sure. I don't know why you're not tracking, but
Wait,
the
I
whole
was
point.
tracking, I just didn't hear you.
No, if you didn't hear, that's not you tracking. What the fuck? Okay, anyways.
Wait, no, you can track something and, a noise distracts you or a noise,
Okay,
drowns
then
that
you
other
wouldn't
noise
be
out
tracking
while
the
tracking
thing
it.
said. You
No,
would be
yes, it would be
mishearing.
tracking.
It's not the correct thing. Then you're not tracking the conversation
No,
because you didn't hear it in the first
you are
place.
tracking
What
it.
type of fucking like oxymoron is this, bro? Anyways, I'm just gonna go
But you
ahead
do
and
understand
like
you can
keep on
track
the
a
main point.
conversation
I'm
and then a
going to keep
noise,
on the main point and
drown
not
the
trying to
noise of the
derail it.
conversation out.
So can we just like
Someone who
keep
claimed
going
that
to
wasn't
like the
tracking.
main point about the conversation? Stop trying to derail it, bro. This is not good looks.
I'm not trying to derail it. It's
Yeah,
not good
you're
looks
trying
for
to
you
come to
because
the
you're
fucking
losing.
meta point of what I'm saying, bro. Holy shit.
You're
Come
the one
on,
who
man.
claimed I wasn't tracking. You're the one who, tried to be rhetorical and not
Yeah,
backfire.
that's like a rhetorical jab. It's not genuine, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, okay, so
Yeah.
you actually agreed that I was tracking. Nice concession. So you can go on to the
How
next
did
point.
Oh man, that doesn't mean I
So you
fucking
just
agree.
agreed that I was
You
tracking.
know, I'm not even going to go into that. I'm gonna keep on the main point, okay? I'm just trying to be like good faith. So, as I said, in the circumstance of mereological nihilism, obviously speaking, more so, there's less parts, right? Obviously speaking, there's no parts at all, right? Right? Yes or no?
No objects have parts under Mille's analysis.
Okay, so in that sense, obviously speaking with the ADS sense, I'm obviously referring that this would obviously be like synonymous with the ADS sense. I'm gonna like go ahead and repeat the point real quick because existence is not. Wait, what'd you say?
Synonymous because ADS would posit that only God has no parts. However, mereological nihilism says that every object that exists has no parts. So under mereological nihilism, every object would be absolutely simple. But even then, under a mereological nihilist view, which holds that every object is absolutely simple, that would not entail that every object's essence is identical to existence. It doesn't even make sense for an essence to be identical to its existence. That the whole theory is outdated and it's been disproved by the theories that have come after it, analytic philosophy that has actually come after it.
Okay, so I don't care. You know what? I'm just gonna continue. Yeah, sure. Like mereological nihilism can hold it, but like I'm not necessarily saying or making a claim that it's obviously the same. I'm saying it's like obviously somewhere in the retrospective, like no parts, and like I'm referring to one singular being, while mereological nihilism obviously invokes a plural set of things. Obviously speaking, like the entire set of things. That would obviously be like the conventional sense of that. So when I like say obviously speaking is like synonymous, I'm just more so making the proposition that of course, the context being applied is that, the obviously singular being. That's the reason why it would hold similarity because of the absolutely simple thing point being made. But, like, obviously speaking, obviously granted, it's not necessarily the same if I'm saying it's synonymous, because
I'm not
synonymous
just
is
saying
only
that they're not the
similar.
same. I'm saying that they're very different. I'm saying that they're completely
Yeah,
different.
yeah. I'm not saying that's what you're saying. Obviously, if you were tracking, I'm saying
They're
this
not
is
the
what I'm
same.
trying to say.
No,
Yeah,
you're not. No, you're
I'm
not
aware of that.
tracking. No,
Yeah,
you're not.
no,
You're
no,
not
no.
tracking.
Hold on.
Yeah, you're not
I
tracking.
literally
You're not.
granted they're not the same. I'm saying they're
Yeah, no,
synonymous.
but
I
you
actually
didn't
just
track what I
explained.
just said. You didn't track what I just said. What I said specifically is that I'm not just saying that they're not the same. However, I'm saying they're radically different. I'm saying that they're completely radically different.
I'm aware. I'm saying what I'm saying. Like, I'm not trying to like make
Yeah, and
any
I'm
type of
saying, okay,
comment.
so can you explain how, that disproves what I'm saying about them being radically different? Because I'm not just saying that they're just not the
Yeah, I'm
same. I'm
not
saying they're
taking it.
radically
I'm not
different.
taking the. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. So, in the sense, I'm only agreeing to the conditional about the absolutely like simple thing towards one entity. Like, I'm not disagreeing with the whole conceptual distinction point, etc. Like, obviously, I already granted they're radically distinct, but I'm only accepting the parsimony part. The parsimony part. That is what I am accepting.
You still
I'm
haven't
not
established
obviously
that it's
trying.
parsimonious, that male colonialism. Because
I'm
male
not talking about
colonialism, Even
man,
even in context to a being who is absolutely simple, miracle nihilism would deny that entails that its essence is identical to existence. You said that your ADS theory entails that if a being is absolutely simple, it entails that its essence is identical to existence. You have not explained why is the case that entailment is true if a being is absolutely simple. So explain why the entailment is true.
I gave that reasoning earlier. I was ready to give it, but then you
You did.
mentioned the Mariel eyes part.
Wait,
Like
no, you just said
obviously,
that
I'm
you
gonna
gave
repeat.
the reasoning. You didn't actually give
Yeah,
the
that
reasoning.
was
So now
earlier. That was earlier. Like also
no,
like,
you said
anyways,
that you
because
didn't give the reason.
you mentioned. Okay, hold on. You distract me from that point because you mentioned the neurological nihilism point. We moved on to this point. Obviously speaking about like what's entailed in conception, what's like being agreed with here. Obviously speaking more so just like a meta view and what's being said, but more so I was gonna get to the point of why it's more on like ontologically like simple and etc. and that shit. Like obviously speaking, so more so because existence is identical to essence, right? Do you agree this would be some point within ADS or the account of ADS? Do you think that's
I
held
already
to in
told you.
ADS?
I already told you. Yes, that's true of ADS. However, for you
Okay,
to say that
okay, now we
ADS
can
is
move on.
more
Now we can
parsimonious,
move
wait,
on.
no, no, we can't
Now
move
we
on
can
because
move
you
on.
didn't address.
Now we
No,
can
you
move
didn't.
on.
No, you didn't
Now
actually
we can
address.
move on.
You didn't
That was
actually
a
address what I said.
simple.
No, what I
Okay,
said. No,
what
what
are
I
you
said
trying to say?
specifically. No, what I said specifically just that. And again, you're not tracking. If you are actually tracking, you'd understand what I was saying. So what I was specifically saying is just that ADS would hold that being absolutely simple entails your essence is identical to your existence. Mel's colonialism would hold being absolutely simple does not entail that your essence is identical to your existence. I'm saying that, okay, if you're saying like ADS is the most parsimonious view or like ADS is a parsimonious view, then you have to explain why this entailment would be more parsimonious or would be true rather than, the non-entailment that the melical nihilist would hold. However, you haven't actually explained why it's more parsimonious. You just said that it posits less entities. However, I just gave a view which actually posits arguably less entities than Merrill's colonialism, and you also haven't explained why ADS explains the data better. Because again, in the concept of ontological parsimony, you also explanatory power is also accounted for, and so you haven't actually given in a kind of explanatory power, which would mean that explains the data better or adequately as well as like a melical nihilist view. So there's multiple burdens in view, and you actually haven't proved any of them.
Okay, so if you were to like hear what I'm saying, I'm not trying to make the holy shit, this is bad. So I'm not like directly making the claim about the fucking point about like it being more parsimonious than like fucking neurological nihilism. I'm saying under the viewpoint of it being ontologically simple for God in this sense. I'm not like applying it towards different views, this and that. Like I'm not talking about accounts, bro. I'm just talking about more so specifically just God in that sense. Like the whole entire point about neurological nihilism was that I just agreed about that the view ADS holds
Right?
towards like
Can I ask you a
ontological
question?
simple things. No, you cannot ask me a question right now because I'm trying to continue. Once I am done, you may ask me a question like a good boy, okay? So
I
obviously,
wasn't
when I
rhetorical.
continue, yeah, I don't care if it's not rhetorical. It's not meant to be. I'm just trying
Yeah,
to
okay, so why did
establish
you say it?
some form of linear thing. I'm just trying to like establish more thought. Like
Linear
I'm not
thing,
even.
what's the linear thing you're trying to establish?
Oh my lord. Conversation. You know what? I'm just gonna keep on going. Okay. Like this
Conversation.
is.
So you're trying to establish a conversation, even though we're already having a conversation. Nice.
No, I'm trying to establish the linearity within the conversation. If you fucking listened. Like holy shit. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. This is bad, bro. Like.
I mean, delinear.
How do
Go ahead.
you even perform, or how did anybody actually view you high tier if you're this ratty as fuck, bro? Like, there's no way.
Don't be as ratting. You just got knowledge placed on just 2 topics.
Yo, there's no way this nigga just said that. Yo, bro.
Wait, can you, explain the argument or the set of premises where you think that I snuck a rat into there? You, I'm taking that as, you can't explain it. So you can't explain why I'm
No, I'm
ratting, yet you
trying
just claim
to
that I am
just
ratting.
hold on to like my laughter right now. Hold on. You know what? Hold on. Let me just make a
Hold on to
dua
your
for
laughter.
you real quick. Hold on. I'm just gonna make a dua for you. Okay? I'm gonna go on mute. I'm gonna make a dua for you while I'm on mute. Okay?
Yes, and apparently I'm the one, derailing the conversation, even though, this guy doesn't know what male colonialism was. He didn't know the distinction between the moral realism and, DCT. He just confused on every topic he talked about, and yet this guy wants to claim that I'm not high tier. However, he's 5 tiers below me.
You didn't really like get back the play about the
In
actual
fact, when I
story.
asked you, when I
I
asked you
made
for
an
a type
actress.
of
Hold
moral
on, hold
realism,
on, hold on, hold on, hold
when I
on.
asked you for a
So
type of moral
hold
realism,
on,
you
hold
said
on, hold on, hold on,
metaphysical
hold on.
moral realism.
So
Then you got
yeah.
educated on
So
that. So you've been
So
getting
hold on.
educated so far on every,
Not
tenet of
really.
the conversation.
Not really. Hold on. So
Yes, you did get
I
educated.
agree. Hold
You
on.
haven't picked
I
up
agree
one
that.
book on meta
Okay,
ethics.
hold on.
Name one book on meta ethics.
Buddy, hold on. Hold on.
Name one
So
book on meta ethics.
this entire
Name one
point.
book on meta
So
ethics.
I was trying to make.
One book on theology. Name
Hold
one
on.
book on meta
Instead
physics.
of you trying to like, no, let's just make it real quick. I'm just gonna restate some for the just the progression of the recording. So first off, that was my statement in my just stance and more realist. Obviously, I'm not even getting to the point, but the whole point I made was that this entire discussion was about if
Define the
DCT.
non-skeptical
So
thesis. Define the non-skeptical
can
thesis.
you just shut the fuck up real quick? So I'm gonna
No, I
restate
can't. It's
the entire
metaphysically impossible
progression.
for me to do that. So.
Yeah, okay, then if you can't shut the fuck up, suck my dick, please. The
Okay,
entire
so, yeah.
point. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, you agreed to suck my dick, please.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead, man.
Okay, yeah.
I don't mind. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm doing it right now. So. Fine.
Yeah. I'm about to come, bro. Yeah, I just
Okay,
did
yeah,
it. Man.
I'm clipping that. Yeah.